HealthWish is a series of conversations about the state of healthcare in New York City's fabulous fifth borough, Staten Island. Our goal is to raise issues, raise awareness, and raise health, because when we raise health, we raise everyone. Lace up your skates, because we're back on the ice at the Staten Island Skating Pavilion with Staten Island University Hospital's Associate Medical Director, Dr. Paul Barbara, and the pavilion's Director of Coaching, Mr. Vincent Tuzzalo. These longtime friends talk about the pavilion's great skating activities for all ages, drop a few names of NHL players who got their start on Staten Island, and even mention the fabled Miracle on Ice at the 1980 Olympics. Give it a listen.
Welcome to HealthWish for a bonus overtime version of our episode here, and I am so happy to introduce my good friend and the Director of Coaching for the Metro Militia at the Staten Island Skating Pavilion, Mr. Vinnie Tuzzalo. Vinnie, so happy to work with you again.
So happy to be here. Glad you guys could come.
So Vinnie, as part of the leadership team here at the Staten Island Skating Pavilion, let's talk about some of the other opportunities that the community has from different age ranges and different opportunities with being part of life on the ice.
To begin with, we have a preschool, 4-year-old pre-K. It's a Board of Education program. They skate 3 times a week. They're actually taught by Coach Michael Smirkin, 2-time Olympian. They start, like I said, as young as 4. We also have a Learn to Skate program, which goes from age 4 all the way to adult. And of course, we have our youth hockey program. We have our Rangers Learn to Play. They start at age 5, ages 5 through 10. It's a partnership with the New York Rangers. A 10-week program. They get equipment from head to toe. We get some Rangers alumni to come in and work with the kids. From there, we segue into the House League, which eventually they become travel players and play against different organizations up and down the East Coast.
There's such a wonderful breakdown of the different ways people can be involved and be part of this ice family. And I don't know if you know this, we've been friends for a few years now, but my 12-year-old son actually did the UPK program here, skating around. He was on the ice at a very young age, and it was so engaging to see people allowing him the opportunity to just have fun. Can you tell us a little bit about your coaching staff and how involved they are with the kids?
So our coaching staff is some of them are paid, a lot of them are volunteers. They try to keep it involved in the community. We like to be involved in the community. We actually do a teddy bear toss with Northwell Health, where it's at Christmas time. We had over 400 teddy bears tossed onto the ice. They're donated to a local charity. They are distributed at Christmas time, all these stuffed animals. That's our under 12 team that participates in that.
And having been part of how that started here, when you came to us, when I was coaching here, it was something you wanted to do. It was so fulfilling to see someone who wanted to just do the right thing for the community, and to be part of it was really awe-inspiring. And seeing my son and the other kids on the team running around and knowing that it was really not for them that day, but it was about other people who have more need. And it's really, I'm proud to see that it's continued throughout the years. And for those of you who are watching, the Militia team is new here. I have to give just a ton of credit to Vinnie and the staff here. The Militia team was born out of the pandemic. It was incredibly difficult to get franchising and keep the kids engaged during the pandemic with all the new safety rules. And I have to say, I attest that Vinnie and the team here ran everything with safety first and the kids' goals as their primary mission. And I'm just so proud that, to call you a friend, because I knew you before the pandemic, and to see how a non-traditional healthcare provider navigated the pandemic on behalf of the children of Staten Island, it's just a wonderful thing. And I do want to tell you thank you.
Well, if it wasn't for the pandemic, there would be no Metro Militia, because the Metro Militia actually merged with the Bayonne Rangers. Due to the pandemic, Bayonne High School was closed. Those kids had nowhere to play, so we had them come here and practice here in Staten Island and play their games here.
Which, again, speaks to you and your mission of doing the right thing by kids and taking care of despite whatever obstacles the rest of the world has for them. So you merged 2 hockey teams during the pandemic?
2 youth hockey organizations. Me and Charlie Iosa, who's the director of hockey of the Bayonne Rangers. I actually coached his children like 20, 25 years ago. It just worked. It was smooth transition. He had a lot of kids in his organization. I would say 50% of his organization was Staten Island. So we merged and it worked. We're at 10 teams right now, 11 teams. We have over 165 families in the organization.
To take a team that because of pandemic rules, the kids couldn't do the activities that they love and the families couldn't be part of the activities that they were used to, and find a way to navigate that safely. And let's be realistic, Vinnie, merging 2 hockey teams who used to play against each other is the subject of, like I said, a Disney movie, to say the least. And to pull it off without a hitch, and having been around you in this merger, I can again attest that the teams are strong, the bonds have been built, the families are cohesive, and it really speaks to the strength of the pavilion being the spoke on the hub of youth hockey and other youth sports in this area, extending beyond Staten Island and into places like New Jersey and Brooklyn and other areas.
It would never have been accomplished without the support of the Tiro family, which is this is a unique situation because it's a privately run rink. It's not subsidized by any government agency. The Tiro family gave me a lot of leeway, and Charlie Iosa in building the program. And we try to keep it family-oriented.
And speaking to that family-oriented bit, let's hear about some of the successes. It's all right, you can brag.
We had Joey Gambardella come out of the Staten Island Skating Pavilion. He is the property of the New Jersey Devils right now. You had Aston Reese. He came out of Pittsburgh, and now he's with Toronto. And then you have Kevin LeBlanc, who's right now with the San Jose Sharks. Their birth years, because I do everything by birth years, 93, 94, and 95.
And I think you have some kids on that 10 team now, having watched them grow up and seeing some of their players excel. It wouldn't be surprising to me to see some of the names that are working on this rink right now being seen at the college level and even the pro level.
Yes.
Because of the dedication and the ability for these youths to be taught by experts, have available ice to play on, and really just have fun with their teammates, which really is the reason that we got into hockey, right?
Absolutely.
I got into hockey and skating because it was something I could do with my friends.
Yeah.
My wife likes it because it's precipitation controlled, not necessarily temperature controlled, but precipitation controlled, and there's no standing out in the rain.
Yes.
What did you get into hockey for, Vinnie?
I just fell in love with the sport. Actually, it was the 1980 Olympics and Mike Eruzione and that whole United States versus Russia. Funny again, how things come full circle. I became very good friends with Alexei Kazantanov, who participated on that team. He actually brought me to Russia, St. Petersburg, Russia, back in 2008. Got to meet quite a few of the players from that team.
Well, after my experience with you, I do believe in miracles, Vinnie. So it's great to see the success that you've been able to have. I was a little too young to watch that Lake Placid game, but having been to Lake Placid as part of travel hockey, that was a pilgrimage.
Yes.
I have my little lapel pin from the 1980 Olympics. I wear it on my suit here and there. I got my 1980 jersey hanging in the closet. And it's great to see things that bring us all together. A little bit of pride, a little bit of family, a little bit of fun. And it's really great to be part of this family doing this thing we do. It's a lot like the hospital.
A lot of fun. I make sure I call Kazantanov every February 22nd and wish him happy anniversary.
So more than just hockey, a rink is a rink. And I know my daughter's skated here in figure skating, and I've taken my kids to open skate here. Let me know, is it still as crazy as it used to be when I was a kid?
Public skating is a big part of our business. Sometimes on a Friday night, we have up to 400 kids. And believe it or not, they're pretty well behaved, not a lot of problems. Parents know it's a safe place to drop off their children. And it's Friday night, Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon, a lot of families. Also to my left, we just built a little mini pond where we let the beginner skaters go out there, so they're out there with their parents, and it's a real controlled environment for them.
And to be honest, that's how I started on skates myself, is going to the War Memorial Rink on Clove Road and doing open skate with my friends. One of the things I would do at Open Skate is wear my favorite hockey jersey. So in the theme of being part of a team and throwing on a hockey jersey, I'd like to bring Dr. Ardolik back out.
So, Doc, we were talking about sweaters, team jerseys.
Yep.
On behalf of the Staten Island Skating Pavilion and Metro Militia, we'd like to welcome you to the team. And
Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Wow, thank you. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank
that's
you for all
actually
you do.
wonderful. Wow, that's wonderful.
HealthWish wishes to thank our very special guest, Dr. Paul Barbara, and the Pavilion's Director of Coaching, Mr. Vincent Tuzzalo. We're very interested in your health wish. Contact us at healthwish@northwell.edu. Thanks for joining us. We hope to see you again soon.